Don't underestimate the value of the gold that can be extracted from these bargain-priced handphones after a series of dismantling and smelting processes. This is a unique solution that will make an old lady climb the stairs. And the knowledge of the final product is really convincing. Firstly, the residual electronic components are burnt and separated, and then ignited to accelerate the fire until it reaches this obvious state of physical and mental failure. Slowly pouring it into the mixing vessel and adding to it a few heavy balls, the door was closed. Click, 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 and in 3 quick strokes, the whole of the original blocky main plate was crushed directly into the present small fragments, which were first removed by means of a sieve, and without the large residues were thrown directly into the hot furnace, which, for safety, had to be covered, and in a few moments was found to be completely molten. And then the 80 layers of floating debris were thrown into the furnace, and a suitable amount of sprinkled water was thrown in at the same time, and a small quantity of the burnt-out components were then burnt and separated and burnt to accelerate the fire, until such apparent and tiring condition was attained. At the same time, a quantity of water is thrown over it to accelerate the cooling, and on turning it over the surface, the darkened residue is knocked off, but this is only half of the initial work. And it is then burned for a long time at high temperatures and with great vigor, and as the saying goes, real gold is not afraid of fire, and it is not until a number of sprays of water have been thrown over it to remove some of the surface contaminants, and it has cooled and hardened, that a liquid is formed which, after a series of chemical reactions, is ready to be completely decomposed into the nuggets of gold, and is then slowly poured out. And the particles deposited at the bottom are dried out and deposited on the bottom of the basin. After the particles have dried, they are burnt and melted, and a certain amount of ash is added, so that the gold is successfully extracted from the old mobile phone circuit boards, which had been scrapped. The craftsman wonders what we think of this unique way of refining gold from waste circuit boards in a perfect way.